Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So diving right into it, we got a new budget option that we're gonna build out for the channel, a budget pistol build if you will. And the reason I chose this is one, because it's American made, two, competes with a lot of other budget pistols out there, and three, it's brand new from Smith & Wesson. Let's check it out, dive into it, see what we got, and see what it's all about. Alright guys, so right here on the box we can tell that I wasn't lying. Budget AF. So MSRP on this pistol right here is $349 from the factory. So I'm in Cali, so things are a little bit more expensive. So expect to see your price closer to that $300 mark, which is, I think, a pretty great price. So let's dive into this thing. What do we got? We have the all-new Smith & Wesson SD9 2.0. So the previous generation was the SD9 VE. Now we have the 2.0 here. Get this crap out of the way. So it is empty, it's unloaded, no mag, we're Gucci. So you don't get a lot. So Smith & Wesson's still doing the cardboard box bull crap when other manufacturers are doing the plastic case, but whatever. At the end of the day, I'm not shooting the box, I'm shooting the weapon. So here's what it is. Alright, so what are the changes? First off, you've got that flat face trigger, which is a lot better than the old style. The old style was the hinge trigger, about 6, 7, 8 pound pull. It was atrocious, whatever it was. So biggest improvement that I've seen thus far is the trigger. A lot of people are saying that it is so much better, so we're going to test it out here in a minute against, you know, its big brother, the M&P flagship model. So we're going to just compare and contrast the two. Obviously, they're not in the same. They're not in the same market at all, but I think you do get a lot of value for this pistol. So what are some other changes? These serrations here on the front and rear, they are a little bit more rounded and they're deeper into the slide. I'm not sure if you can catch the angle there, but you have a lot to grip on. Your finger sinks right into them. Feels a lot better racking this thing. Additionally, they added these grooves on the top of the slide here. Supposedly that is to mitigate glare and reflections and sun and all that stuff from, you know, blinding you while you're trying to use your sights to sight in on target. Rest of it remains largely unchanged. Still have that oversized slide lock, slide release, same pretty much grip. It uses the same mags even as the old SD9 VEs. Yeah, everything else is pretty standard. These sights are interchangeable with the M&P sights, so if you have a lot of extra M&P parts laying around, i.e. the sights, you can swap those out with those. So there is a little bit of an aftermarket available just because there is some interchangeability between things. Unfortunately, it does not take M&P mags, which would have been an awesome improvement. But they kept the same style mag. So this thing only comes with one mag, and it comes in two different varieties. You can either get a 10 round mag version or a 16 round mag version. Now, since I'm in California, I can buy off roster. However, I am still limited to a new mag being 10 rounds. So I couldn't order the 16 round model. I had to order the 10 round model. However, I do have an old 16 round mag from Freedom Week for the old SD9 VE style, and as you can see, it's empty, weapon's empty. It does fit in there just fine. Here's the 10 round mag that just came with it. Fits just fine. So you'll have interchangeability if you have the old style with all of your old stuff. It'll fit, it'll work, it'll be just fine. I do like the stippling here. I mean, it's not as aggressive as the M&P, but it's definitely workable. Definitely feels better than like a stock Glock or something like that, where it's just very slick and generic. Also has the stippling up here on the frame where your thumb would rest, so that is good. I do like that because I don't even get that on my M&P. They didn't even do that. So it's kind of cool to see the differences. For a $349 MSRP pistol, realistically selling for anywhere from I would say even maybe some sales, anywhere from $280 to $330 most places. Again, here in Cali, I had to pay $339 plus tax and all that stuff, but I still think I got a pretty good deal. I don't think you guys are going to be disappointed with the trigger. So let's go ahead and check it out here. So it looks like a lot of the inside here is pretty polished. Now, the locking block here is nice and polished, looks really good. The trigger bar looks pretty nice. It looks pretty polished. I don't really remember the trigger bars on the old SD9 VEs and Sigmas, but I would say that that is an improvement as well. It just looks like decent stuff. You know, it's not the M&P components. It is different, but I think they did this thing justice. So nothing really to write home about. Everything here, you know, pretty standard, generic. You can run your old, if you have old slides, maybe you've already have a SD9 VE that you had optics cut or whatever, you can, you know, slide those onto the new frame. The frame really hasn't changed at all, just the trigger, and maybe some components in here are a little bit more polished and a little bit better quality than they were back in the day. But yeah, the slide, really the only changes that I told you about were the upgraded serrations. They are rounded and a lot deeper now. You got those grooves here on the top of the slide to mitigate that glare, and then I think the sights are a little bit better. Alright, so we've got both weapons empty. No mags, no rounds. Alright, so we see the new flat face trigger on the SD9 2.0, and people are saying, oh, that's the M&P trigger. Well, it's not. You can see right here, just by the styling alone, that the trigger is slightly different. You see the cutouts on that one don't match the cutouts on this trigger. Now we're gonna send them both home. We're gonna see how much take up and how much grittiness difference there are between the two. Alright, so first we're gonna go ahead and do the M&P. So got a little bit of take up, just a little bit of grit. I haven't fully broke this thing yet. I'm still at like 300 rounds with this thing. I need to shoot this one a lot more. I've just been busy with other projects. Alright, so we got a little bit of that take up right there. We hit a nice noticeable wall, break, and then let's check out the reset. Very short reset, not really that audible. Alright, now let's go to the SD9 2.0. Again, empty, no mag. Alright. So, same thing, let's go ahead. We got a lot more sponginess right about, once you get right about here, it's a little bit more spongy, a little bit more travel. Nothing crazy. Now remember, the triggers on the old ones were like, literally, they felt like a brick. They were just terrible. That's like the biggest complaint on the old SD9s was just, and 40s were just, the trigger was hot garbage. Now, I can deal with that little bit of sponginess. You hit a nice noticeable wall. Alright, so a little bit of sponginess, hit the wall, break, okay, cool. Now let's listen for the reset. Alright, so a little bit more audible, but a lot more wiggle room for that reset. So, while it's not M&P level with their new trigger upgrade, it's come a long way from the old style trigger. So a welcomed improvement. So let's talk about this thing. So I wanted to get an American budget made pistol to compete with you know, some of the Tauruses and Canics and other things that are out there right now in the market. Now, what this does lack is an optics cut, but some of like the G3C, I think this competes in that same price bracket. A lot of them aren't optics cut either. So I think, you know, saving a little bit of money is definitely a good thing. I like that Smith & Wesson didn't forget about the budget guys. You know, yes, you have the M&P, that's their flagship, but not everybody has, you know, $600 some to drop on, you know, an M&P. Maybe, you know, half that for this. I don't think you're getting half the pistol. I don't think you get double the pistol for your money from the M&P. I think, you know, you're getting a very good value out of the SD9 2.0. Now, would I take it over my M&P? Absolutely not. But I'm just saying, you know, for $300 difference, I don't think you're getting $300 more pistol from the M&P. Maybe that's just my personal opinion. I haven't shot this yet. Maybe that opinion will change. That's why this is a first impressions video. And we'll, as we build this thing, as we go on, as we shoot it, we'll obviously update or, you know, keep our opinions. So let me know what you guys think down in those comments. Real quick though, since I am doing this as a budget build, obviously build is a loose term. It's going to be more like a budget setup because I'm not really going to be building anything, let's be realistic. But I did a vote already on a couple of accessories. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to accessorize and upgrade this thing based on subscriber input. So I said, what light should we put on this thing? Should I do an O light? Should I do a stream light? I picked 3 budget lights. It was the Holosun PID, the O light Valkyrie Pro, I believe, and then the Streamlight TLR1 HL. So the poll from you guys said go ahead with the Streamlight TLR1. Okay, cool. I was hoping people picked the Holosun, but it is what it is. All right. And then I put, let's get a grip on this thing. I mean, yeah, the factory grip's not that bad, but let's do Talon or Handle It grips. And Handle It grips 1. Actually, I think Talon 1 on YouTube, but Handle It grips 1 on the Instagram poll. So I went ahead with Handle It grips because I've had them before. So yeah, that's that. So you guys have voted on the Handle It grips and the TLR1 HL, which is on its way still. Same optic or same light I have on the M&P here. So we're all well aware of what the TLR1 HL is all about and its reliability. So that's good. And I even went ahead and ordered a holster for it to be able to take it to the range. So since you guys voted on the TLR1 HL, I went ahead and got a SD9 VE holster with a TLR1 HL attachment because it's cut for the SD9 VE, it will fit the SD9 2.0. However, another cool thing is I didn't realize that the holster I already have for my M&P with the TLR1, I have a tier 1 holster already. So this fits perfectly in my border town holster for the SD9 with the TLR1. So anything that I have for my M&P with the TLR1, I can use with my SD9 with the TLR1 because the fitment is based around the light more so than the pistol itself. And all of border town holsters are cut for raised sights and optics cuts and stuff. So we're going to be good. Once that light's on there, this thing will fit in there just fine. But I just wanted to show that if you do have an M&P and you decide to get the SD9 2.0, if you run the same light, or if you don't run lights on your stuff, then you'll have interchangeability between your holsters. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to do some more polls for some more accessories if you guys think we should do it or not do it, and we'll go from there. But this will pretty much be a channel subscriber build series for budget-minded folks. So let me know what you guys think down in those comments. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more SD9 2.0 videos. We're gonna get this thing out to the range. We're gonna shoot the crap out of it and see how she does. Really looking forward to this one.